Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting in the AL West, the Oakland Athletics combined for a 4-hitter as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 5-0. They continue to win as they now have 9 straight. Looking at the standings, the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central Division, 11.5 games out of first. The A's are atop the American League West. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The Seattle Mariners broke up their 5-game losing skid as they got the victory in extras against the Angels 2-1. As of today, the Angels are in 4th place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. The Mariners are 3rd in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Stros sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 6-0. At the moment, the Astros are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. The Rangers are 2nd in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Adrian Gonzalez had 2 long balls with 4 driven in, helping the Yankees defeat the Dodgers 7-2. Right now, the Yankees are in 3rd place in the AL East, 16 games out of first. The Dodgers are atop the NL West. They own a 2.5 game advantage. Odubel Herrera swung the bat well with 3 hits as Toronto took care of the Rays 8-3. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in triples. Looking at the standings, the Blue Jays are in 2nd place in the AL East, 9 games back. The Rays are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Boston Red Sox got together to allow 4 hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 1-0. Heading into today, the Red Sox sit in 1st place in the American League East Division. They are enjoying a comfortable 9-game cushion. The Orioles are 4th in the division, 18 games out of first. The Cleveland Indians totaled 11 hits as a team as they beat the White Sox on the south side 9-6. As of today, the White Sox are in 4th place in the AL Central, 6.5 games back. The Indians are 3rd in the division, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wildcard. The Twins cracked 16 hits on the day as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 8-7. At the moment, the Tigers are in 1st place in the AL Central. They have a small half-game advantage. The Twins are 2nd in the division, yet they currently lead the race for the American League wildcard. The Marlins allowed 5 hits in the game as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 5-1. Looking at the standings, the Braves sit in last place in the National League East. They're over 20 games out of first. The Marlins are 2nd in the division, 10 games out of first. The Mets dropped 4 home runs in this one as they took down the Nationals in Washington 7-6. Heading into today, the Nationals sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, 12 games behind 1st place. The Mets are atop the division, an impressive 10 games ahead of 2nd. The Phils halted their 6-game losing streak as they sank the visiting Buccos 1-0. Right now, the Phillies are in 4th place in the NL East, 20 games out of first. The Pirates sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, 6 games out of first. Mike Trout was a force at the plate driving in 3 runs as the Brewers took care of the Reds 5-3. He currently has the highest on-base percentage in the National League. As of today, the Reds sit in last place in the National League Central Division. They're 17.5 games out of first. The Brewers are 4th in the division, 10.5 back. The Cubs had 12 hits as a team as they beat the Cardinals on the road 6-5. At the moment, the Cardinals sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division, 6 games up on 2nd place. The Cubs are 3rd in the division, 10 games out of first. The Arizona Diamondbacks grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Rockies 5-2. Heading into today, the Diamondbacks sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division. They're 15 games back. The Rockies are at the bottom of the division. They're 16.5 games out of first. Severino Gonzalez won his first game of the season, helping the Padres get the win over the Giants 3-2. Looking at the standings, the Giants are in 4th place in the NL West, 16 games out of first. The Padres are 2nd in the division, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.